Good morning, everybody. It's David from our little patch of dirt. Today we're going to be talking about hydroponics, specifically the Kratky method. This is a method of passive hydroponics, meaning it's a set it and forget it system. All it requires is a container that will hold water, preferably food safe, a method to give stability to the plant, a form of medium, type of fertilizer, and a plant. We're just using a bucket that we have, using for many years. We take these net pots that we utilize for Dutch buckets. If you'd like to see a Dutch bucket system, I'll put a link up here. If you want to fill your bucket just to the bottom of your plant's port, just so the roots will get moist. The medium we'll be using today is Hydron. It's an expanded clay pebble. They actually work well in holding moisture and wicking it up. We're using two types of fertilizer in our system. Compost tea. Take your compost, put it in any bag so the biological material won't come out. You just want the nutrients to come out. You'll steep that in water. I mix a 5-to-1 ratio of water and compost tea. And also, I use any generic plant food I can get. There'll be diehards out there who say this won't work. You have to buy the specific nutrients. You have to buy the high-dollar fertilizers. I don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything. Do what works. Hydroponics is supposed to be a green method. Green, to me, is utilizing what I have on hand. Place a 1/4 teaspoon in here. I've already mixed my compost tea in. I'll take my Hydron and I will fill up a 1/4 of the net pot and place it into the solution. There'll be people who tell you can't go from soil to hydroponics or hydroponics to soil. They go great either way. Take my plant and get as much soil off of it as I can. Shaking the soil off. Tickling the roots. After I do that, I'll wash off any biological material left in a cup of water. And I'll place my plant right in, just so the roots are just touching the water. Then I'll come back with the rest of my medium to support the plant. It's time to discuss the mad science as part of hydroponics. Water quality does play a factor. Water quality varies different from area to area. Chemicals they use to make it safe. we try to use as much rainwater as possible, or distilled water if we can't get rainwater. I'm using a kale plant because kale is pretty hardy, and it will weather the cooler temperatures that we have, so I do not have to heat this water. I will place it in the compost bed, get a little passive heat into the water itself. Like I say, this is a set it and forget it method. As the plant grows, it will use more water, providing more air for the roots. You can place an air stone in here with a fish tank or an aquarium pump. Let's talk fertilizers. We use a compost tea. You take compost, place it in a bucket of water with an air stone with an aquarium pump, let it steep for a while. Your bag has to stop any biological material from coming out. It just stops things from getting clogged up. And we'll also use a run-of-the-mill salt-based formula from the big box store. You know, you can get this relatively cheap. You have to be careful with these because, like I say, they are salt-based. And they will wreck a hydroponic system really quickly. Use them sparingly. A lot of people will say you must buy the specific fertilizers designed for hydroponics or it just won't work. To me, hydroponics is supposed to be a green solution to growing, utilizing what you have on hand without it traveling thousands and thousands of miles to get there. Compost tea. It works great for us. As for you, Paris, more power to you. However you see fit that works for you, use it. I'm David, and thanks for visiting our little patch of dirt.